If you're doubting yourself, then this video is for you. Doubt is such a deep thief of happiness. And what I see with many coaching clients who come to me is that self-doubt is at the root of many problems. It's at the root of much confusion. It's at the root of a lack of self-trust. But what are we to do with this doubt? If this doubt is eating you alive, what can you do? Hey, I'm Virgo, and actually I'm coming out of a phase of doubting myself at the moment. Just to be honest, I think doubting ourselves is such a natural part of human life. It's almost like a mechanism that brings us into deeper alignment if we are willing to listen. But this self-doubt can also bring us down into a spiral of distraction, a spiral of avoidance, a spiral of overthinking, and really taking all this stuff a bit too serious. And in this video, I want to share just 3 simple phases and things that we can do to deal with that doubt. Because what is that doubt really saying? Where is it really coming from? And I would feel like it's really a sign of misalignment. It's a whisper or maybe like a scream into your ear that says, hey, there's something here. There's something that's not aligned. There's something wrong here. There's a potential for change. There's a potential for more. But if we are not doing and following through on the 3 steps that can bring us out and catapult us out of this doubt, it's easy to get into a spiral of overthinking, into a spiral of just continuing to kind of like pushing through because we've already invested so much into this career, into this relationship, into this stream of thought or tradition or belief, right? Letting go of that is a certain death in and of itself, which is scary. So sometimes it's even more comfortable just to stay in the doubt, just to think a little bit longer, just to ruminate a little bit longer, just to get one more round of clarity after this doubt comes back in again. Alright, so what can we do? What can we actually do to change out of that doubt, to shift that doubt? I would say 1 is first and foremost our attitude. Right? Really looking at our mindset and this deep inner work that we can do to deal with this doubt. What does that mean? What's the opposite of doubt? It might be trust. It might be patience. Right? Really deepening our connection and sitting down to see, what does it mean to trust this path? What does it mean to trust myself, and what's preventing that from happening? Really looking at that, really looking at what's most important to us, and then aligning and cultivating these character traits that are in support of the integrity of these values. Right? Really looking into our heart, taking the time, giving it the space to feel and to see what is present. And just to be with it, not wanting it to change, but just to be with what is. And being curious to look into that. Right? And then dropping down into that deeper sense of trust, into that deeper sense of patience. So, what can help with that is a spiritual practice. What can help with that is being in nature. And this is actually leading to the second part, right? The second aspect, the second category, or the second step that we can take is from the internal to the external. Kind of like creating a context and a setting in the external that can facilitate the clarity, the acceleration of clarity, the revealing of clarity, of our truth, of what we truly believe, of where life is truly calling us. And that can happen through many different things. Actually, taking a psychedelic is a great way to get this big picture perspective, step out of yourself a little bit and look at your life and look at what it means to trust yourself. Another format of that is a vision quest, going out into nature either alone or guided. Obviously do it in a safe and responsible manner, and just being in nature on a 4x4 square without anything to do, without anything to read, without anything to write, just being there in nature and being open for that vision to emerge. Or going into the deep darkness. I did a darkroom retreat last year, just 8 days of silent darkness. There is something emerging in these spaces, but it takes courage to take the step to create the space to go into these spaces. But the question is again, how important is it for you to resolve this doubt? How important is it for you to live a happy and fulfilled and aligned life? So these can be beautiful catalysts that can facilitate that awareness, that can facilitate the dissolution of doubt as we meet ourselves in full presence with the help of this outer container, with this outer context, with this molecule or this substance. And that's beautiful. And the third part is actually, I feel, one of the most key ones that is much overlooked at times. It's to fuck all that. Drop your self-importance. Doubt is a sign of selfishness because it's all about you. It's about your path. It's about what's right and what's wrong and where to go and what to do. And it's all about you. And if you drop that, if you just say, fuck all that, then what is left? If you just say, I'm gonna leave all this behind, all this trying to figure stuff out, trying to build up this, trying to align this, I'm just gonna let it all go. I'm just gonna fuck it all. Then what's left is, again, a sense of freedom and again a sense of space to just follow your excitement, to just follow what's actually there, to just get into service, get into action a little bit. Maybe you just want to play a video game for a little while. Maybe you just want to go for a walk, or you just want to go for a swim. And to allow yourself to do that and not be forcing yourself to trying to figure it all out can actually bring about a certain sense of realignment, an automatic recentering to what you truly want to do. As you're getting out of your mind and into your body, into action, into the world. As you're just free to explore. And from that often emerges a sense of clarity. From that often there is a sense of realignment happening. Right? Maybe it was just missing that you weren't going out and connecting with the community of your local environment. Maybe it was just that you were too caught up in your mind and you weren't actually playing with stuff, just like integrating the sense of playfulness into your life. Sometimes it's these very small things which can make a huge difference in our life, but we push them away because we're too busy dealing with our doubt. So just to let it go and say, fuck that all, fuck everything. I'm just gonna do what I want. Can also be a beautiful catalyst. So these are the 3 steps: cultivating that inner landscape and these traits within ourselves that can support us in moving from doubt to trust. It's about creating a context or a certain kind of event or a cataclysmic event that can propel us into clarity. And the third step, if none of this works, is just to let it all go and see what happens, see what remains. If you would like help with that and bounce off the self-reflection, then I do offer one-on-one coaching. There's a link in the video description. Let's hop on a call if you feel like that resonates, and we can move through these steps together with a lot of fun and a lot of honest reflection. Alright, wishing you all the best on your path. Keep on moving. Just don't judge yourself. There's no need for that, you know. And yeah, let's walk this path together. Much love.